Hello everyone, welcome back. Hi, I'm Chef JT. How y'all doing? Happy Friday to you. Hi there. Oh, let's see. Falling behind here already. Logo's in here. Hi, there's Logo. Hi, JK. Welcome in, Nan Reader. Hello, Will. Taco Bell night. Ooh. Thank you, Will. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now I just hope that the bot actually recognized the subscriber event for once and gave everyone sprinkles. I make no promises, but that's what was supposed to happen. It's what's supposed to have been happening for months now. Thank you, Will. We're going to be doing a little bit of a different type of stuffed shell tonight. What you doing in here, bug? Fruit fly or something buzzing my coffee. I forgot to add Sunday to the dinner command. Sunday, all day stream on Sunday. Gonna be doing beef short ribs and chicken stock. And I don't know what all else, but something else. I gotta go buy veggies. I don't have enough stock veggies. Probably have enough carrot and celery and onion around. That reminds me, I have celery in the house. Celery isn't normal in Kung Pao chicken. Should I throw some celery in there? Kung Pao chicken is already going to have onions, peppers, broccoli, and peanuts, along with the sauce, and then we'll have fried bits of chicken, rice, and the tostada. And then I'll wrap that all up in a giant burrito wrap and toast it. Hopefully it turns out okay. a little like Crunchwraps lean pretty hard on nacho cheese, and this isn't really a heavy, like, this isn't a dish that I could have some sort of, like, so we're substituting a little bit extra sauce and rice in there for the cheese. Welcome in this username. No cauliflower in tonight's dish, though. Cauliflower's growing on me as I get older. So is broccoli. It's probably the whole saliva gets thicker as you older and bitter things get tastier. Oops. Oh, you're supposed to be off. That was right. I'm still at the stage with cauliflower where I want to roast it with a ton of seasoning now. I don't want to eat just straight cauliflower. I could eat potatoes for days. I appreciate all you getting here early and bright and early for the beginning of stream. I hope you've had a lovely week. Here's to a lovely weekend. Cheers. Okay. I think I'm going to start with chicken. Using the same chicken breast from the other night. The other ones in the pack. We're going to chop these up. Lightly season them. And then we're going to dredge them in flour and cornstarch 50-50 mix and fry them off. But we're doing thin strips here. Getting a little uneven here. That's why I'm slowing down. I was trying to think of other things that could go into Crunchwrap after we were talking about Taco Bell the other night. This was the best I could come up with late at night on... oh, whatever night it was I thought of adding this. But I'm thinking stuff that's going to be easily small enough to be breaded and then be on the bottom of a Crunchwrap. Where are you lost? My roommate got stuck somewhere over here and keeps complaining. I don't know where it's at. I think it's underneath the shelf over here. The shelving over here. It's sort of a daily adventure, about 50% of the time, whether the Roomba got stuck somewhere that morning. Because even though I run the Roomba with the idea of it's going to be my alarm clock, I just sleep through that thing. Yeah, I can sleep through just about anything. Hi, Dragon. Rinse up all of our raw protein stuff. Coffee break. So I'm going to mirror a lot of the same sort of seasonings that are probably going in a lot of this. Onion, garlic, ginger. So, teaspoon garlic powder, teaspoon of ginger powder, teaspoon of onion powder. Exact measurements as always here on my stream. And then we're going to do some sort of chili in here. We need some heat in there. I'm not going to use cayenne though. Maybe we'll use some New Mexico chili. Let's say we use 2 teaspoons of that. Okay, 3. salt, pepper, MSG. Anyone new to stream, I use MSG with my salt and pepper all the time. Not all the time, but almost all the time. And so I rarely give out directions as to how much, or like, do you see directions many times for how much salt and pepper? Unless it's some precise baking recipe. It's just salt and pepper. So a lot of my recipes are salt, pepper, and MSG. Maybe add some liquids in here too, but not a lot, because these obviously have to be battered and fried, which would happen in a wok if I had a proper wok set up here, but I don't. So we're going to be using my gas range and cast irons and my Wolfgang Puck faux wok, maybe, if I decide to pull that out. Let's see here. What other goodies do I want to throw in there that I have? I can do a little mirin. Maybe not. Looking at that. Eh. Alright, we're going to mix this all up and break up all those chunks of chicken into individual slices as much as we can. There we go. We'll let that sit. Looking at my little food processor cup that I used to make the Caesar dressing the other night. I've had it here drying for a bit. This crack is sort of disturbing to me. Like, not only is it going all the way across here, it sort of looks like it's actually maybe a manufacturing crack, but it's actually starting to go up the side here. And like, it's going up on the side on this one too. And that thing's supposed to have a blade spinning around in this thing. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I'm going to keep it in mind though. That's for, let's get our flour and cornstarch together. Why make that a project later on? Okay, sauce time. Sauce me. Time to get saucy. No, wasabi is not part of the sauce. Hi, Soph. Where is it? No. 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 Oh, hey, it's still decent. We can keep that. That's trash. We're gonna need these. So starting with a little stock as the base. Along with a bunch of soy sauce. Stock is not traditional. I'm just doing that. Rice wine. Rice wine vinegar. More ginger, garlic, and onion powder. A couple of these things. You familiar with what these are, chat? They're best when they're green. Touch of sugar in there. mystery things are Szechuan peppercorns. They give you this like electrical effect to the tongue almost, like they're like an extra level of spice, heat, you know, like shock level. Like you can do Kung Pao is already a spicy dish a lot of the time. I don't have a whole bunch of the small peppers that I typically use in this. But you typically have a spicy sauce, and then in Szechuan cuisine is hugely spicy. We're going to add, sorry about that, but it's hugely spicy, and they'll, you know, take heat, and then they'll add Szechuan peppercorns on top of it that give you this like mouth-numbing / tingly / your mouth is just exploding effect after it's all on fire from peppers. Well, that wasn't a very good synopsis, Bot. You're supposed to summarize what happened the last hour in chat. But it's, you know, you got someone that loves hot food and doesn't know Szechuan, then introduce them to Szechuan peppercorn. You probably won't find the fresh green ones in the States. They actually come off of a tree. I got to see them when I was in China. Starch cup. No starch cup running. And we're going to cornstarch slurry that now to thicken it up into a nice thick sauce that'll work for our peppers, for our chicken. Yeah, I got basically everything there. And thickening. Go a little further. There we go, nice thick sauce. And turn the heat off on that. Let that just cool down. Veggies. Sort of sad these little combo packs of peppers don't have green peppers in them. I wonder if people think they're not ripe then. Strange, it sort of seems like green pepper went from like the sweet pepper when I was a kid to now it seems like for a long time it was the orange and the red ones were the premium ones with a couple extra dollar markup. The other day I was in the market and it was like they're the same price. Or maybe even the green ones, maybe even less. In general, I'm not a big green pepper fan, but every once in a while I get a craving or I want it in something. Like, okay, cheesesteaks are awesome, but a fair number of steak sandwiches just need some peppers and onions. And I think of green onions when I think of peppers and onions. I think of green pepper. I think of green pepper when I think of anything French Quarter-ish, anything Creole, anything Cajun. They're using green peppers for their Trinity and everything. And of course, a lot of this is they develop peppers that travel well in other colors. So dicing these up, but not super small. Stir fry size. Maybe small for stir fry size, but again, we're softening these up, and we're going to soften these up with a little bit of a stir fry, but they're going in the crunch wrap, so. Pepper's crooked. Oh, dad joke. That was a good one. Need you for frying. doing these up a bit smaller because Crunchwrap. Might actually have onion in the fridge. Nope. Thank you for the follow. Maybe go one layer deeper there. This is a pretty thin layer. Still getting strays. Yeah, let's do both of them. Fine, be uncooperative. I can be uncooperative too. Silly onion, giving me issues. Try that, onion. Welcome to tonight's game show! What does Valerie have behind door number 1? Chess, what's he on? Making fun of the music if you're not catching on. Alright, we got that. Veggies. Debating whether I want to do... Yeah, let's do our veggies first. We can hot hold veggies while we're doing our... Hot hold's the wrong term, but... We'll do the veggies before we do the fried chicken. So flame on the pan. Start in with our onions. We got any oil left in this jar at all? Nope. Now talk about it, umami rich sauce there, for not having fish sauce in it, for not being like having MSG. Like, you got tomatoes, you got garlic, you got anchovies, you got olives. Like, it's all of the natural MSG. All you're missing is some Parmesan. I might be willing to do that these days. I'm not a huge fan of capers still. I probably wouldn't bother with them. Anchovies, I would probably blend. Pan's starting to get nice and warm. Let's add some onions in there. Salt these. I'm going to go ahead and add the peppers in right with them because the peppers are larger. Colors look almost blown out on that screen. Smelling the fresh peppers, they smell good. I'm gonna hit this up with some garlic powder. We're going to move veggies off to the other side of the pan, or the other side of the range, and add our frying pan here. Add some oil into our pot. Linguini. We'll start heating the oil for our chicken. How am I getting that echo or noise from? Was that the fan, maybe? That's weird. Adding the broccoli in there. the heat off on that for now. We'll consider that par cooked. Weird reverb or something in my voice there. Hopefully that's not coming through on stream. Hopefully that's just in my ear. Weird. Now we get to start counting down the seconds until these stop being fresh. Now that I've opened my tostadas. Alright, gonna start coating our chicken. Slide all that in there. Toss to coat. You want to work or massage all your meat. Make sure you're broken them all up into individual pieces. The starch isn't just sticking them together into clumps. That's why it was important to separate them while they were in the liquid too. You want to make sure they're completely separated before they get in here. Grab some peanuts while we're waiting on that oil to heat. I got some peanuts. I add some of these peanuts in with the veggies. Oh, oops. There's peanuts in with the veggies. picking up heat quick. We're almost to that precious fry time. Fly time. Sauce I'm going to go ahead and strain of the peppercorns. I want the Szechuan peppercorn flavor and effect in there. I guess I could blend them in there with it, but that's maybe a bit excessive. I'm honestly getting pretty strong oyster sauce with peppers vibes from this Kung Pao sauce. We need bowl for tossing with Kung Pao sauce. We're getting there, chat. This could be a quicker stream. Yeah. Is that any better? Maybe. Weird reverb or whatever was going on there. Approaching 350. I'm still getting it a little bit over. I have issues with my stove mic picking up things on top of my lav mic, even though I have ducting and filters. Yeah, that'll work. They almost don't look like chicken anymore. Let's try our first try here. It's happened, chat. It's happened. Forgot to start rice. I forgot the rice. And that's the last of my rice. I wonder if we're all on the right microphones here. Yeah, that's the right mic. Oh well. Hey, Diesel Smoke. Welcome, welcome. We're doing pretty good. Just about to get going in our third or fourth. Well, it's our third batch, but out of 3 or 4 on frying chicken. I don't have a proper wok-up set up here, so I'm not going to be doing frying in the wok and all that. I've done that in commercial kitchens, but not here at home. I'm going with our next batch of chicken there. That should be our last batch here. Oh no, we got scraps left. It's not just the wok. Like, the wok would be nice, but I've got like a home wok. It's a thick bottom wok. It's designed for this. The real thing is a real wok burner, like the restaurant wok burners. They put out heat. Like, they use more gas than my entire stove has piped into it. Like, I've thought about, like, I worked a wok station for quite a while, and I've sort of dreamt of the home wok setup. The only way I can really see that working is if it's like an outdoor, like a barbecue setup with a proper wok setup. Because otherwise, it ain't going in a home kitchen. Like, the only way you're going to pipe that with resident... Like, I'm not going to pay for gas company to put commercial-sized line into my house. The only way that's going to work is if we've got, you know, like a tank, propane tank or something, and I can just... you know, hook up like a turbo to it. But for those just joining in, we're working on our rice, we're working on frying our chicken. We've got our veggies prepped, but they need to be brought back up to heat for a final thing, tossed with the sauce. Rice is to a proper boil, so turn off the heat on that and let that sit with the cover on it. Real small last batch here. Okay. Beep at me then, oven. Turning the oven on preheat just to throw the chicken in there to keep it warm for a couple minutes, because I forgot about the rice. So we need to kill about 5 minutes. I don't normally forget about the rice chop. Put a lid on the oil. Pulled pork slaw sliders. Yummy. I did a pork shoulder, or a third of a pork quarter. Not too long ago. I got another third sitting in the... If you know pork cuts, shoulder and butt right next to each other, the front of the animal. And I took those two, and normally they're separated into two, and I separated them into 3. I broke down a half pig here on stream 2 months ago or so. It's all in the freezer. Well, what's left. I'm actually burning through this pig a lot quicker than the last one. Like, I got bacon, but don't have a ton of others. Like, I've gone through a fair number of chops. I got a number of chop roasts still. But that's mostly, like, we burned through a good portion of the ground, and I ground most of the ham and all of that. Okay, flour is done for. You can clean that up. Get the pretty veg back on the counter here. We're gonna need you though. I was gonna use you as a lid, but I need you. Sumac. It's another ingredient that I like that I never hardly ever use. Ooh, even our top one made it through shipping. Very much more Mediterranean, Greek, Middle Eastern cuisine. It's actually quite lemony. Okay, gonna start reheating our veggies now. Heating the peanuts. Add some of our sauce to the veggies and peanuts. The rice is just steaming, so I'm going to pull that off of the burner so that I get the burner space to sear our crunch wraps. Two more minutes on the rice. Going to toss our chicken with the sauce now too. We got our chicken. Rice turned out looking okay. We're gonna have to give that some salt, obviously. So rice, chicken, tostada. Veggies. And wrap. On to number 2, while the first one sears. Tostada on top of our chicken. Peanuts and veggies. Not enough. Now it's hotter than I want to handle. Oh well. Let's wait to fold that until we get our first one out. This one might be a mess. I don't have the dual action cooking of the Taco Bell salamander. Oh, see you when you get back from ads. We're going to be cooking these. I got 3 of them to do here, I think, tonight. Great synopsis, bot. Doing wonderful with that. First one's looking like a real Crunchwrap. Wow. Reverb. Weird. Two R's, not one. I don't know. Since some king said so. Alright, bitter with wrap number 2 is the plan here. The hope. We got any ex-Taco Bell master wrappers here? Doing okay with this one. Not as good as could be, but not bad. Not bad for a first one. We got a little bunched up there, but not bad. This one's gonna be better. We're trusting the process. Getting better. Alright, for rice on our third run. It's probably enough. Alright, folding our last one of the evening. In the pan. That one's looking done deal. That's a winner there. Maybe I was too early putting that on the plate. We're gonna slice one of these and put it on a plate so you can see what's inside it. Doing good with that one too. I don't want to push down. On one hand, I want to push down on this Crunchwrap and flatten it a bit. On the other hand, I know this Crunchwrap that's currently on the stove there starting to tear there at the very bottom. Push it any further, it's gonna go. And turn the heat off there because we're starting to smoke again. Yeah, we're looking good there. Looking good. Let's get the rejects out of the way. I need somewhere to put the rejects, so. Reject plate. Not a reject, but going on the reject plate. Quick look at those before they go bye-bye. Now we can leave the fan on, lights on. That's all off. You're off. Cool. There you go, chat. Inside view of the whole process. We'll toss the leftover rice, chicken, and veggies together. Maybe toss a little of the tostadas in there with it, give it some extra crunch. A little bit of a quicker stream, not too quick though. I'm gonna go enjoy some Kung Pao. Kung Pao. greatly appreciate all of you hanging out with me tonight. Had a good time. This is a fun project. All day Sunday. Streaming all day. Starting 10 noon, somewhere in there Pacific time. So in the morning Pacific time. Early afternoon if you're on the East Coast. And going to be doing chicken stock from scratch. Going to be doing beef short ribs from scratch. Going to be doing some other fun stuff from scratch. I hope you come back to join me for that. And that's going to probably continue into Monday, when I'm going to be we're going to be taking the leftover short ribs from Sunday and turning them into ravioli. And probably finishing packaging up the chicken stock. I hope you all have a great weekend. And have a good night. Go out and have some fun. Good night.